It looks easy, but there's more to having your picture taken than primping, posing, and saying cheese. To get a picture that's just right, it takes a lot of elaborate equipment and a photographer with the eye of an artist, like Kevin Clarke. I'm in his New York studio, and it may look like he's focusing his attention on me. He's not. The star of this photo session is this battered old red couch. Since 1979, it's been photographed thousands of times in hundreds of locations all over the country. It's a wonder that it's survived. This sofa's been hauled in trucks, vans, planes, canoes, and even on a dog sled. It's been buried in sand, mired in mud, suspended from helicopters, and sat on by an incredible variety of people. 2 photographers were involved in the project, American Kevin Clarke and German Horst Wackerbarth. Their idea was to create a portrait of America with the couch as a unifying theme. They succeeded magnificently. The result is a book that's a work of art, and the diary of an adventure that lasted almost 5 years.
The journey of the red couch began here, on Crosby Street in New York, when Kevin Clarke and his friend, artist Russell Maltz, were moving the couch. On a whim, reenacted here, Kevin asked his friend to pose for a quick snapshot. From that accidental beginning came the idea to carry the couch around the United States and to use it as a centerpiece in an unusual series of American portraits. In Monument Valley, the couch created a new perspective of a classic American scene. It was also photographed on the floor of the American Stock Exchange, nibbled on by wild ponies in Virginia, and used the space shuttle as a backdrop.
This is an Amish family in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Horst approached the accountant who handles the dealings of the Amish people with the outside world. He checked his computer and found 3 families that he thought might go along with our request to make a portrait. The first family we asked complied, but when they saw the actual couch on the day of the shoot, they wanted to back out. They reluctantly agreed to go ahead with the portrait when we suggested we place the couch very much in the background, in the back of the field. This is Jim Brunson at the Westin Peachtree Plaza Hotel in Atlanta. He's a window washer. This is his everyday workplace. We worked for a couple of days securing the couch to the scaffold. And when it came time to make the shot, Jim just clambered out on the couch. I said, "Look, Jim, we don't need any heroes here. Why don't you put on your belt?" So he did. I hung over the side of the building, made the photograph of Jim in his everyday environment.
The strength of the portraits lies in the way the couch is placed in unexpected environments. In New York, Kevin and his assistant put it in front of a bank in the Wall Street area. For hours, Kevin unsuccessfully asked banker types to pose on the couch. Finally, he found a subject who agreed to be photographed.
Oh, this is Chester C. Burley III, an investment banker in the Wall Street area in New York. Mr. Burley walked by, dressed for a presentation. I described the project to him, asked if he would sit for the portrait, and he looked at his watch and said, "I'll return in 22 minutes. Exactly 22 minutes later, Chester appeared, sat on the couch, and we made the shot. This is Dr. Nathan Klein, psychiatrist, photographed in his New York office. While Horst was making this photograph, he left the cushions in the hallway, prepared the shot, set the couch, placed Dr. Klein on the chair, went back to get the cushions, and they were gone. We later heard that a doctor had come upon the cushions, picked them up, took them to a utility room, lay down, took a nap for a couple of hours. Horst went ahead, made the photograph, and really liked the couch laid bare of all its secrets and without its cushions.
Horst Wackerbarth, here in a candid grouping of Playboy bunnies, was the other member of the photography team. The 2 photographers shared this van to move the couch from location to location. In time, however, a duplicate was made so that the two men could pursue different artistic approaches. Although the van was the principal means of transportation, it was not the only way the couch was brought to a location. During the 5-year expedition, the couch was balanced on a canoe in Alaska and put behind bars in a New York City jail. It was also used for a portrait of a family living next to the 3 Mile Island nuclear reactor.
This is Robert Kleebert at his Hammond, Louisiana alligator farm. There are 500 of them in that pool, and they're all 16 to 18 feet long. An alligator can outrun a dog for 30 yards, and it's pretty dangerous to be up close with a wide-angle lens photographing those alligators. Mr. Kleebert was holding the stick to bop them on the head if they got a little too close to us. This is Alan Bean, former astronaut, photographed at the Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas. Mr. Bean is wearing the spacesuit that he wore on the moon. He was the 4th human being to step foot on the moon. I used the couch as a monolith, similar to the monolith in 2001, The Space Odyssey, and waited until the full moon rose above Clear Lake, forming a triangular, very basic composition. This is the last photograph of the Red Couch book.
When Horst Wackerbarth and Kevin Clarke completed their project in 1984, they decided that the Red Couch should be retired. Today, Kevin said, why not just one more? That's why we're here at the Dugal Color Lab, where it all began. And what we've got here is the last portrait of the Red Couch that'll ever be made. Maybe.
For most chefs,